Hi everyone, my name is Lennox Bedford, and I'm here to talk to you or present to you today about saving Starbucks. And the slide speaks for itself. We're going to talk about service quality. We're going to do a service quality analysis, and Starbucks. So the Starbucks we chose was a Starbucks at the Taoyuan location in the airport at Terminal 2 there at Taoyuan Airport. Um, so what we recognize here is that it's a busy location inside the airport, high traffic volume from travelers. That is Taiwan's main airport, the Taoyuan Airport, and high expectation due to the brand reputation. Starbucks is a global franchise, a global brand, and it is deemed to have it is seemingly so it has one of some of the best coffee and breakfast items worldwide. Now, we're here, this is the Starbucks in Taoyuan. Terminal 2, like I said before, control area, fourth floor of the shop. Now, here it have a 3.9 stars with over 250 reviews. Um, Actually, it was a 3.8 before. They just went up some review at one point in the review. So it seems like they would have made some progress in the customer service aspect. Frequent complaints, however, surrounding speed and service, mixed prices for drinks and food items. Those are some of the main things I gather from the Google review. Moving on, some of the complaints were my drink was wrong even after I repeated it twice. Tables were dirty and staff responded quickly. Staff did not respond quickly. Way too crowded, couldn't find a place to sit. Um, Not finding a place to sit, I don't know um, if that is so much of a negative complaint. However, because it's a airport location, if all the seats are taken, it means that they're busy and they don't have enough to accommodate. But I think that one's a little bit outside of their control, to be honest with you. Tables are dirty. We're going to talk about that later in the presentation and how they can fix that. Wrong drink, and even after they repeat it, we're also going to mention that a little bit later in the presentation and how they can fix that as well. Now we're going to talk about um, 5 tips when it comes to customer service. Reliability, or what I would like to say, these are the cornerstone when it comes to customer service as in the hospitality and tourism industry. Reliability, responsiveness, assurance, empathy, and tangibles. Now, all of these cover particular areas as it relates to service, the product consistency, the speed of your service, the confidence of the staff, customer attentions, the cleanliness and the environment of your establishment. These are what um, we try to and tend to cover as it relates to quality service um, in the hospitality and tourism industry and even worldwide. Now, some of the common problems identified at the Starbucks were long wait times, inconsistent product quality, dirty and overcrowded seating. We see this one coming up a lot. The dirty and overcrowded seating. We see this one coming up a lot. So definitely that seems to be one of the most consistent complaints, along with long wait time for this particular Starbucks. Problem analysis now. What is the cause or what is the root of the problem? Understaffing during peak hours, training gaps, poor service, poor space management. Now, understaffing during peak hours is something that can be looked at, but it's only so much you can do when it comes to staffing during peak hours, depending on the size of the establishment as well. Training gaps. You have to ensure that the staff are trained, not trained this year and then the other training does not come until 3 years on the road. You want to make sure that your staff are trained consistently. All right. Poor space management simply means you may need to look at a different design for the Starbucks location where they can accommodate maybe more seating and have a more conducive environment there. Missed opportunities. Now, what do you mean when I say missed opportunities? Missed opportunities meaning customers leaving due to long wait times. You are missing and you're losing out on the sales and opportunities to interact with your customers. All right. Now, you opportunities to resell also. And these are things because no system to turn negative feedback into improvement. Poor experience weakens the brand in premium location. Premium location means that you are at the airport. You are at one some like one of the busiest locations here in Taiwan, um, not Tam, Taoyuan, sorry. So this is something that have to be looked into so that you can capitalize on all the opportunities for sales, profit, and interaction here for this Starbucks. Now, so few solutions. I think I want to mention four solutions here. Um, First thing first, you have to improve consistency and customer service. Refresh skills regularly. Refresh means yes, the staff may be aware and the staff may know what to, but sometimes we do lose focus and we do lose ourselves sometimes, and bad habits sometimes tend to come along, and so we need someone sometimes to refresh. Hey guys, this is what we need to get done, and something and so forth. Empathize, empathy, and efficiency. Ensure that your staff understands what it means to empathize. To come have a flight for 2 o'clock, and you're trying to get something quick to eat, something, some coffee, something new, and you have to wait in these long lines. And when you do wait after you wait in the long lines, there's the order is wrong, you still can't sit. This is something that the staff have to understand and kind of relate to. Another solution is matching staff to flight schedule. And so you know the flight. You're in the airport. You know the flights that are coming in. You know if it's an international flight, it's a local flight. You know it's gonna be how many passengers are gonna be in that flight, and so you accommodate. You have the staff to accommodate those flights on those days, especially during um particular seasons like Chinese New Year. You know Chinese New Year is gonna be a crazy, crazy, crazy time there at the airport, and so you have to have staff to accommodate that. Adding shift flexibility and floaters during the rush times. This simply means you need to have people going in and out the dining area, the kitchen area, ensuring that hey, tables are cleaned, this is done, that is done. Even if it's just to move the table from one place to another, you have to ensure that these are done. Okay. Regular 30-minute sanitation check. It means someone going out every single 30 minutes just to check. And they have a checklist there. Check your checklist, making sure that, hey, tables are clean, floors are clean, spills need to be cleaned up. And these things are going to help improve service. Also, assign a cleaning duty each shift. So in Taiwan, they have someone who I know it to be. I hope I'm not saying it wrong, but because we said auntie. Auntie is usually someone that's a little bit older, and what that auntie does, she comes in or he comes in and he cleans and he do all the little checks and stuff for it. And so maybe that's something that needs to be looked into, and we can have an auntie on shift every time just to make sure that hey, they improve the speed of service and improve the cleanliness and the sanitation of the location. Another thing is to install QR codes feedback stations, review daily for patterns, reward team for high satisfaction. Now, what that QR code does now, Starbucks is a franchise, which means that there's an owner here, but there's an even bigger owner for Starbucks location. And one of the main concerns for franchise is to maintain standards, maintain reputation, maintain the brand's reputation. And so, what this does, it allows you to see feedback immediately and respond more quickly to feedback and put things in place that can mitigate all these complaints for Starbucks. Also, review daily for patterns. So you're looking to see, hey, yesterday someone said it was dirty. Today someone said it was dirty. It means that now you need to look at this now and recognize that hey, you cut that pattern. And so that you don't have it to be a repeated offense. All right. Reward team for high satisfaction, especially this location that has so many people. um, it's a great feeling when the staff know that hey, they're doing a fantastic job and they can be rewarded. Now, reward does not always mean monetary. You know, reward, they have different forms and ways that we can reward the team and just to keep them motivated. All right. What are the expected outcomes? And I gave you a bunch of solutions. What are the expected outcomes? Better guest experience, more efficient service, improve the brand reputation, and improving the brand reputation means that it drives sales, it drives revenue. All of these things drive sales and drive revenue. And so the overall experience will be not just a sanitation, not just a better environment, not just happier customers, but also higher revenue and sales are expected from this initiative. All right. And in conclusion, I want to call to action, recap, critical. critical problem and fixes. Encourage Starbucks to act on feedback. It is crucial. It is essential that Starbucks act on their reviews and their feedback. And so those are just a few things that we can do, or Starbucks can do, to ensure quality control is maintained at Starbucks at the Taoyuan location. And that brings me to the end of my presentation. And thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys can. I do hope someone from Starbucks sees this presentation and can actually put some of these solutions in place so that staff and customers can have a better experience at the Taoyuan location, Starbucks Taoyuan location. Thank you.
Hey guys, so I'm here at the Taoyuan Airport at the very, so I'm head on up to the same Starbucks that we are doing a quality service analysis on. So I'm currently on the third floor. I'm gonna head up to the fourth floor now, and they open at 7. So we're gonna see what their opening hours are like, what their routine is like, and then we're gonna see for ourselves if it's with what the comments and the reviews are, how true they are. Alright guys, so I'm on the fourth floor. Starbucks, it's that way. So opposite we have a 7-Eleven, and we're gonna go into Starbucks at Terminal 2, fourth floor at the Taoyuan Airport. So they just opened. So this is the Starbucks I'm seeing here. This is the only Starbucks I'm seeing at the Terminal 2, Taoyuan Airport. I haven't seen any other Starbucks yet, but this is what I'm seeing. Pretty decent view outside. You can see the planes take off and land. They have a view of the traffic. So it's actually kind of cool. There's not much people here. Oh, they just got a customer. Not much people here. Everyone is outside. Everyone seems chill. Everyone seems, I'm gonna come back and get a tea. I don't like coffee that much, but I'm gonna come back a little bit later. Let's say around 8 o'clock, and let's see if they get more customers. So guys, I'm at another Starbucks Taoyuan Airport, and it's like you share seats with different establishments here. So, but these people have a lady going around. I don't know if she's a worker for the airport or what's not. But you share seats at different establishments. So the dining is not just for one establishment, but quite a few establishments at this location, just for you guys to see. So this is another Starbucks. This is now inside the TSA station. They also share seats with other food vendors. And so in regards to seats, I've come to the conclusion that it's a little bit unfair to give Starbucks a bad review when they clearly share with other food vendors. And I have not seen one dirty table at any of these Starbucks. So here is the Starbucks. The China Airlines in the background. So